trouble is that this AI stuff now, you don't know what's true and what's not, do you?
This is almost our home. Oh, where's Ted? Where's Ted, bed Ted? He's sleeping. We better go and wake him up. Okay.
Around 500-600 feet. When they do the ones that have been revamped. 24 months warranty.
How we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel for our triple dose of Lakenheath. Although I don't know many people that would, many of our viewers would be complaining about that very much. But hope you're all good and well. Welcome to the show. My name's Nikos. I'm your cameraman, historian, and commentator. And well, I do have my very special aircraft that arrived yesterday, which I have on the show. And the sound you can hear is the wonderful, wonderful Pratt & Whitney's monster, huge turbofan. That is the sound of the Pratt & Whitney's F-135 PW 100, which is of course the massive engine that powers the F-35A. It's it won't be long for them to taxi out. Welcome to the show, everyone. Morning. Right, we're all good. Oh yeah. So, ladies, gents and teddy bears, welcome to the show. And Ted's got something special as well to show you. Ted, where are we, mate? Look at this, another Lakenheath edition patch. It is the Ted Careys. Do you want me to get that, Ted? Look at that, the Ted Careys patch. That's right, inspired by Ted's flights with the 495th. Be there in 4.95 mics. The Ted Coningsby Ted Careys patch, brought to you and made specially for us by Squadron Prints. Look at that, the Ted Careys, part of our Lakenheath edition, which is absolutely brilliant, right? Look at that, absolutely cool. It's available on our online store, and I do have a few with me today as well. Look at that. It does come with Velcro as well, the hook and loop. You're up with that, Ted? Thank you very much. My assistant, he's all good. So welcome to the 48 Fighter Wing Lady Shenton Teddy Bears and our triple dose. I don't know if we've done 3 days before here. I think I've got a funny feeling we may have done one. We've certainly done a double back to back, but a triple, I'm not too sure. I'm seeming to be recalling one, but if not, this is certainly a first. So if you just joined us, ladies, gents, teddy bears, don't forget to hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up, Derek. Ed3242, you're most welcome. Welcome to the show. Right, let's get this show kick-started. And if you just joined us, do hit that like button. You've been cleared for a touch and go or a quick climb on the like button, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, just one more boost on that like button. If all of you are tuned in, if we all hit that like button, it will get YouTube algorithm out there, hopefully, fingers crossed and all that. And of course, do make sure you are subscribed to your one and only Ted Coningsby channel. Right, this is your one and only Ted Coningsby channel, an aviation channel that specializes in military. That's what we do. It requires something a little bit different than the civilian. It does require a lot of waiting, a lot of planning, a lot of guessing, a lot of luck. Actually, it's luck which is the main attribute. Here we go, here we go. Our F-35's taxiing down the catwalk. Runway 23 in use today. Actually, is this our last stream of the month? It is. It's our last stream of the month. Here we go. Looking a bit like the thumbnail now, isn't it? Hey? That wonderful tone. Look at that. A single engine that's so powerful with 43,000 pounds of thrust. It is a two-spool axial flow augmented turbofan with a length of 5.59 meters, that's 220 inches, with a diameter of 46 inches and 43 inches, that's just over a meter at the fan inlet. It's got a 3-stage fan with a 6-stage high pressure compressor, 1-stage HP turbine and a 2-stage low pressure turbine. Bypass 0.57, and it does compress the air to 28:1. The EJ200 is 26:1. Here we go, it looks a bit like a thumbnail now. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow, look, it's still coming out. This is why the Ted Coningsby channel call this the catwalk. Look at that. You know, you got your Versace's, you got your Giorgio Armani's, but here you got your Lockheed Martin, man. Anyone ever thought about that, eh? Look at this, beautiful. The one and only F-35A, the multi-role 5th generation Super from close air support with its internal cannon, the GAU-22, a full barrel 1085 meters per second muzzle velocity cannon, 25mm rounds. £18,000 of payload, £29,000 empty. Its acceleration is phenomenal. There's more coming out. Oh, that's good. A massive shout out to our US viewers as well. How you all doing out there? Aspen for one, West Coast, what up? Who stayed up all night to with the assistance of some coffee. And there's more coming out. So these are the F-35As operated by the United States Air Force. The United States Air Force only operate the A variant, they don't operate the B or the C. Oh, is it actually raining? Maybe we need to go and get a cover. It's actually raining. plan for running. I'm not even ready for running. Going to rain. So the 5th generation stealth fighter. So took its first flight on the 15th of December 2006. The F-35s have been in service at different intervals. 2015 for the B variant, that was first entered service. The A variant entered in 2016. And the C variant 2019. They're all different. It offers a variety of roles in the 3 different variants. So you've got the A variant, which is a CTOL version, conventional takeoff and landing, boomstick operated, has a conventional arrestor hook. It's the only one of the 3 variants with an internal cannon, a GAU-22A cannon, which is a 25mm cannon. G rating at plus 9G. They're all different as well, including the thrust to weight ratio, and of course naturally the weight as well. The F-35A arrived here in December the 15th, 2021, and that was with the newly named 495th Fighter Squadron. They were named the Valkyries. The 2nd squadron to operate the F-35A here came a year later in 2020 with the 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers. Service ceiling at 50,000 feet as well. It's the lighter one of the 3 variants. But yeah, change of plan. We're doing a triple dose for you. completely obliterate us. Huh? I think so, yeah, I think we're going to be lucky just. I'll have it back when it's clear completely. But... go. There might be a bit of spluffage on these. Time to ride. Here we go, let's ride. crash plates. Lakenheath, they throw aircraft around like that. That was absolutely incredible. A great start, absolutely amazing. I hope you all enjoyed those quick climbs, lady shins, teddy bears, which we touched on yesterday to give you the details of those types of departures. It's all to do with thrust to weight. It's all to do with clearance from tower. Again, they have to be requested. I thought we did one. It was the F-22 triple special. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 25th, 26th and 27th of Feb. Thanks a lot there, man. Special ops indeed. Well, that was amazing. So again, could you pass me the Typhoon with the handle on that side, please? I've got my assistant Kimberly here today. She's
hello.
Hello. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. You might be better on the other side, or that one there if it's easier actually. It might be easier this way round now.
Well, I can't attach the goes. The least objective.
Do you want me to get it? Let me get it. I'll tell you what. If you get me the book again, I'll get the. Oh yeah. No.
You've got to have a kicker's kimbo somewhere, doesn't it? Throwing mods, isn't it? Okay, mods.
So how are we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? Hope we're all good. Hope you all enjoyed them. So we're gonna just show you a little bit of, give you a bit of a tech spec regarding those, just really quickly. Because of course the Typhoon at Coningsby does things a little bit different, so we'll give you all the details. Right, got all my props with me here, so it's all good. How we're doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears. So I'm going to start off by giving you a demonstration of the Typhoon and what it does and its capabilities. So let's get our Typhoon. So you go to Coningsby and sometimes you hear a pilot request a performance takeoff, and sometimes you'll even hear a QRA takeoff, because they do practice quick reaction alert, or it could be a genuine quick reaction alert takeoff. And I have heard pilots at Coningsby through the years request an unrestricted climb. Now, sadly, thanks to movies, they don't quite get things right, but I'm not here to spoil a good movie. I'm here to give you the facts, because there is a misconception that aircraft, when they do an unrestricted climb, means they can just go on forever. That is completely untrue. Now, I'm going to talk about thrust to weight, because it's really important on hearing and seeing a performance takeoff or even an unrestricted climb, because naturally the Typhoon has a thrust to weight ratio of around 1.2 to 1, which means the thrust on the Typhoon with its two EJ200 engines is 40,400 pounds, but it weighs 24,000 pound empty. Fully fueled with 11,000 pounds of fuel, okay, so that brings it to something like on the regions of 35,000 pounds, okay, with fully fueled, okay. Even on an interceptor mode, it's still got a thrust to weight ratio of probably about 1.15. Anything high, any thrust that's more than the weight, even though the Typhoon's max takeoff weight is 51,800 pounds, it's phenomenal performance, because the Typhoon from brakes release to 8 seconds can pull into a 50 degree, 60 degree and vertically climb, but it can accelerate. This is the difference. Not many aircraft can do that by accelerating vertically, because at air shows you'll see an F-16 or an F-18, if the thrust to weight ratio is below 1:1, then they get speed before they pull up, which is pretty much what we've seen here. So why don't they do what the Typhoons do at Coningsby here? Well, the answer is it's all to do with thrust to weight, how much you weigh and how much power output you've got. It's a bit like your vehicle right now. Obviously don't try this at home, but for those that do track days will actually totally understand. I used to own and was a proud owner for 11 years an Integra Type R, Honda Integra Type R. That had a massive power to weight ratio. Yes, it had a 1.8 engine. It was not turbo, but it was lightweight. Okay, if you were to take your vehicle and just imagine this, we're going to do a thought process. If you take out all the seats apart from the driver's seat, take out the door cards, the parcel shelf, empty the boot, take out the spare wheel, take out the dashboard, and just leaving you the dials for your acceleration, revs, etc. Weigh all that, weigh it all, and you will be surprised how much that all weighs. Okay, now your car will go faster. Doesn't adjust the max speed. That's different, because this is the misconception that when people go, oh, the F-35 is only max speed at Mach 1.6, but that's got nothing to do with acceleration. And just to put that out there, aerial combat spectrum speeds is between 0.8 to 1.2 Mach, okay, plus going 2.5 Mach, you won't be able to operate your weapons properly either, plus you'll be wasting a lot of fuel. For those that Mach 1 is basically the speed of sound, so Mach 1.6 is about 1,228 miles per hour. Okay, so it's all to do with the weight and how much power you've got. All right, so let's get back to the Typhoon. You will also hear performance takeoff. Okay, and they don't go vertical, all right, because performance takeoff means literally unrestricted climbs, quick climbs. They're the same thing. What it means is to do with the climb rate, which is why there was someone that asked me, why is it an unrestricted climb when it's been cleared to a flight level of, let's say, 15,000 feet. You'll hear the ATC talk flight level. Flight level, that is your altitude. You just add 2 zeros to it. So I think I heard flight level 170 or 150 even. You just add 2 zeros. So flight level 150 is 15,000 feet. Flight level 100 or flight level 100, that's 10,000 feet. But you'll also hear that on non-departure details, like if they go into ascend, you may hear ascend to a descend, descend to a flight level of 30, which is 3,000 feet. Okay, so the Typhoon, you know, will do a QRA takeoff, for example. Now it's going to be heavier because it's maybe having extra drop tanks on there, maybe have 3, the intercept configuration with the ASRAMs, Sidewinder, etc., all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's why it's a bit different, the QRA takeoff. It's a little bit heavier, which doesn't go straight up. There's no need to go straight up. The point is to get where you need to be quickly, and it doesn't always mean just going straight up, okay, even though they're good. So that's the Typhoon. And by the way, just to let you know, from brakes release 8 seconds, that's when it can start vertically climbing, and 22 seconds after that, it can actually go supersonic vertically. Hell yeah. So that is absolutely amazing, like a rocket. But what's going on with the F-35s that we've just seen? And of course, yesterday you would have seen the F-15s do quick climbs. There's our F-35A. It's a little bit heavier, not by much. It's 29,000 pounds, just over empty. This is the A variant. The others weigh a bit more, okay, the B and the C, because they have different things and they're bigger, they're heavier, etc. But we're here to talk about the A variant. Now, so that's that cleared. I hope you're with me on the unrestricted climb. Unrestricted climb is to do with the climb rate. It's unrestricted, which means they can go as fast as they can. That's the whole point. The reason why it needs to be cleared, pilots can't just do anything. Every single, even taxiing needs clearance. Just thought I'd add that bit extra for you. They will be cleared to a flight level. Quick climb or unrestricted climb is the same thing in the United States Air Force. They will be cleared to climb to a particular flight level. And once again, yes, movies, they kind of just think you can go as high as you want unrestricted. That's not how it works, I'm afraid. So yeah, the F-35 is very rapid. Yes, Mach 1.6 is its max speed. Acceleration, my friends, because if even on a car, if you adjust the max speed on a car, you actually can improve drastically the acceleration. And I can tell you now, from panning so many takeoffs that I've done here, the F-35 clearly has the fastest acceleration between the two that are here. The F-15 is heavier. It's about 38,000 pounds heavy. That's heavy, and this is 29,000 pounds. Typhoon 24,000 pounds, but we're here to talk about the F-35A now. So with its huge engine, 43,000 pounds of thrust with afterburner on that one, which is absolutely it is literally incredible with its Pratt & Whitney F135 PW 100 engine. It is absolutely, really is ridiculously phenomenal, isn't it, when you think about that, what it can do. So it will take off literally from here, as we've seen, but they don't go straight up, and that's because of the thrust to weight ratio, all right, when it's fully fueled, okay, on those, because the internal fuel is 18,000, so it's got 7,000 pounds more fuel that it can take than the Typhoon. So 18, you know, we're almost reaching its limit, which is why the thrust to weight ratio fully fueled is 0.87. Now when it takes off, okay, you'll notice afterburners on, but you'll notice the afterburner switch off for a little bit, and this is to give the chance to the landing gear and the gear systems to retract. Because if you don't, landing gear, don't forget, it's not made for silly speeds like over 250 miles per hour. What they do here, they're gonna try and aim to reach about 420 to 450 miles per hour before they pull up. They can maintain about 60 feet, 120 feet. You'll notice they're at different levels, and the afterburner will go back on. So just for a split second there to allow the gear, because if you don't, you'll damage it. It can get stuck, etc. All right, and then you got other problems to deal with. Plus, you know, having the landing gear out is very draggy, okay? You don't want that out. It's good for landing. So 420, 450, now pull up. Now you've got all that speed, all that energy to go straight up, and that's why they can do it. They've already got 450 miles per hour. The Typhoon in 8 seconds, is 185 miles per hour, and it's doing all the hard work from there. The F-35A and the F-15, they're going to try and work out to 420 miles per hour and then pull up. And again, they are cleared to a particular flight level. After that, they'll get another radar service elsewhere and continue to climb further up, okay? So that's the difference. Can the F-35A do a performance takeoff like the Typhoon? Yes, it could. I say could. I've not seen it, but it can have a thrust to weight ratio of 1.07. How? By reducing the fuel 50%. So put in 9,000 pounds of fuel. You can potentially, I'm not sure if it can do it in 8 seconds, maybe it can, but its thrust to weight ratio will be great at 1.07. So maybe 12 seconds, maybe 10. I'd like to see that. What else can I tell you about that? Yeah, so that's how you can alter it. What the Typhoon, if it was to do a Lakenheath style, it will probably reach the moon with that as well. So you've got to remember all about thrust to weight ratio. I hope I've cleared a few things for you on that one as well. So thank you very much for listening out for that. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I think I've covered it. Yeah, so basically the heavier, so you can have 3 F-35As, one with 50% of fuel, one with 75, and one with 100% of fuel. They'll all take off differently because of the weight. There you go. See ya. Right, where's my tea? Birthday tea. So a good start. That's our F-35s. Did anyone count? Was that 12 or 10? Yes, you don't get many plane spotters that are great mathematicians.
It's not, no, this is what I said. I feel you're going to face it even worse because...
So you may see stats specifications. Don't forget, they are, after that, there's going to be a lot of things, because this is military, there's going to be a lot that is actually classified. 10, thank you. There's going to be a lot of stuff classified because I know that the Typhoon and the F-35 can most definitely operate higher than 50,000. But there we go. Plus, it's cheaper on insurance, isn't it? You know it is. Thanks, Arjen. Arjen, how you doing? Not Captain Vapor. How you doing, Mr. Tim Lane? Oi, oi.
A lot of use, a lot of effort, a lot of work.
3.5 billion. Thanks, Davey. How you doing? EP65. Aspen, what up? Brian Billman. How you all doing? Welcome to the show. Graham Peters, Mark Wild, Joshua Brown. Thank you for joining us. Okay, right, here's another thing as well. Just thank you as well. And plus, I want to, this is not going to be a very long stream because that is pretty much it, what we're going to get. It seems to be the, I know there's no such thing as patterns here and stuff like that, but sorry, there's no it's military. Nothing's regular, shall we say, here. There's never a set time, but that's the way it is. That's military aviation. You've got to appreciate that. But what I do want to show you is a past and present, because I always love this, because it's going to be a shorter stream. So you've had all the history yesterday with all the squadrons, but I just want to show you this, because it's really important that we show you the very first aircraft here. So for those that are new, just really quickly, this is a Royal Air Force station. It opened in 1941 to support Mildenhall. This was controlled by Mildenhall. Mildenhall was opened in 1934. And this, along with Tuddenham and Newmarket Heath, they were the satellite stations. But Mildenhall, Lakenheath did actually become independent. Now, joining Mildenhall 2 years after it opened was RAF Feltwell. That opened in 1936 and had its first residence in 37. The reason why I'm showing you, that's right, a Vickers Wellington, because this was the iconic masterpiece of the skies. You go to any of the villages, you go to Ely Cathedral, you will see the Wellington in the stained glass windows. You go to some of the villages around here, at Freckenham and a couple of other villages, they have this painted on. This was the icon. I know we did have Lancasters, not here at Lakenheath. They were operating at Mildenhall, but this was here first with number 20, an OTU 149 came over from Mildenhall and operated the Wellington, and then eventually they went to the Stirling. So why am I showing you this? Because I'd like to show you the 80 years difference. Also 80 years of what was here in 80 years. That I'm going to word it in that way. 80 years from the first to the latest, and I want you to appreciate the technology differences from the first. Okay, so how amazing is the Vickers Wellington? Actually really fun, just a little fun quirk related to here indirectly. Mildenhall were the first to operate the Wellington in operational service, and what I like about it is in 1938 the markings for RAF Mildenhall's 99 squadron, who were there, their markings were LN, which is the tail code for here. So I love that story. But anyway, look at the difference in 80 years, okay, between the two. So the Wellington, first flight on the 15th of June 1936, the F-35s on the 15th of December 2006. Okay, so the service operationally 1938 at RAF Mildenhall, this one, and the F-35s, well, they were in service at different intervals. The B variant first 2015, the A 2016, and the C 2019. So this arrived at Lakenheath in 1941. This arrived at Lakenheath on the 15th of December 2021. So an 80-year difference is here. Shall we have a bit of fun? We're not here to compare the two in a like for like. We're here just to compare the technology from the first aircraft here to the latest aircraft. So the crew is 6 on the Wellington, 1 on the F-35s, all range. The length of the Wellington was 64 feet 7 inches. The F-35A 51 and 4 inches. For those who do new money, 19.69 meters on the Wellington and 15.7. So about what, 4 meters? 4 meters longer, the Wellington. I know, I wish I had these to scale, although this will probably be off the charts here. The wingspan of the Wellington, 86 feet, and just 35 feet on the F-35. That's 11 meters on the F-35 as opposed to 26.26 meters. Engines, let's have a little look at the differences in engines. I know this is going to be quite fun to talk, but they did have different engines. It started off with the Pegasus engines, and then eventually they did have Merlins in a Mark II, and then eventually the main variant had the punchy Bristol Hercules, rated around 1400 to 1500 horsepower on each, so twin engine here. I'm gonna try and compare that. So what's that total output? Let's say 3000 horsepower. Well, this has got a Pratt & Whitney F135 PW 100. Okay, now thrust is measured in pounds, so this is 43,000 pounds of thrust. I'm gonna guess it's about 100 and I'm gonna guess, right, I'm gonna go 155. Let's go 155,000 horsepower. That's a guess. The reason why I've got that number is the Typhoon is about 150,000 horsepower, so I'm going to put 155. Could be, maybe. So there's a massive difference. Bless them, bless the technology. Max speed varies on variants, but it went up to about 255 miles per hour. So that's about Mach 0.3 on the Wellington, Mach 1.6, which is 1228 miles per hour. Service ceiling around 19,000 to 20,000 feet, depending on the variant. The F-35 50 to 55,000 feet. Range though, okay, combat range. We're going to do combat range in a configuration. This Wellington go further at 1,540 miles. The F-35A 770 to around 870 miles. Payload was 4,500 on the Wellington. The F-35A 18,000. That's both for the A and the C. The B variant is 15,000 pounds. Guns. This has got 6 to 8 303 Brownings. One gun on here, the GAU-22, 25mm cannon, and radar cross section. Right, I know this is about the size of a bumblebee, which is about 5 centimeters squared. The Wellington, at a guess, I don't know what the radar cross section, they didn't have that in mind. I'm going to guess about 85 meters squared. So yeah, how technology has gone from this to this. So the first aircraft here to the latest. There we go. Thought I'd show you those. It's quite fun. Again, they're not to be compared like to like and who would win, etc. and all that kind of stuff. It's just to show off the advancement in technology, how time goes on. It's quite brilliant. I love stuff like that. But actually, the Wellington, for those that don't know, was the Royal Air Force's most produced aircraft. They made 11,461. I think they retired it in the 53, off the top of my head.
It might still be out of range. It might still be out of range for now. Might be able to get like burning on it and start going through. But the way it's coming in is definitely it'd be nice to go in bombers in the UK.
As there is agreed in Cardiff, the company to take over all the nice.
That's good.
Yeah,
So, and one more thing, I've got something amazing to show you. Right, Teddy, how you doing, mate? Right, I think we got away with the rain. It was on the edge, wasn't it? Yeah, we just about got away with the rain. Just. Literally skin of the teeth style.
Skin of the car.
There's Ted there now, having a good time. Ted, you right there, mate? Ted's enjoying it. So I've got something special to show you. I might, I'll see how we get on with the RTB time. Maybe I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, I could do now, actually. First of all, how are we doing? Hope we're all good. Struer 9446. Thank you very much for your 21 month service. Oi, oi, everyone. Thanks a lot, Struer. Babzar, thanks again for joining us. As usual, bless your heart. A high five and a paw pump from Ted. Much love to you. Thank you very much for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. Thank you so much for those that gift the membership. This really is the heart of supporting the channel as well. You know, the membership, you know, feeds the van, keeps fuel in there, and gets us around, keeps it legal. It's just been serviced as well. We do regular service intervals because of the amount of travelling that we do, and it's good to keep it tip top. So a big shout. So if you have been gifted a membership, don't just cancel it straight away. Give it, you know, you'll notice so many milestones that are in the double figures, and it's just a true testament to your support and how much the membership is loved. Not Captain Weber here. Look, high five to you. Thanks for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Thank you so much. Gary as well, high five. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership as well. And another one, Gary, high five, Guards March. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Heather Holloway celebrating 2 years of membership. Thank you so much. Look at that. That's 2 years, 24 months. Oi, oi. Thanks, Ted and Nikos, for all you do. Andrew McKenzie with 3 months. Oi, oi. Gary gifting another membership. High five and a Guards March. And Gary, again, another membership. High five. We'll give you a paw pump for that one. Guards March. I think Gary's done another one. Gary, thank you very much. Another Guards March for that one. High five, paw pump, and a fly pass for that one. And then another one. Salute to Gary. Thank you very much. High five, Guards March. Another gifted membership. Oh wow, loving the gifted memberships. There's more gifting out there. Ed, thank you very much. Ed3242. High five and a Guards March. Who's gifted a Ted Coningsby membership. We've also got EP65. High five and a Guards March to you. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Mr. Tim Lane has actually joined us as well. Thank you very much for joining our squadron, Tim Lane. Mr. Tim Lane, 76. Guards March to you. Margot, thank you very much for the super. Lynx, Rainbird, high five and a Guards March. Thank you so much for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Alan Clark, thank you very much for your 21 months. Loving it. Oi, oi. Also, Julie Montgomery, thank you very much for your super. A Guards March.
No.
Right, let's go and grab a cup of tea. And then I'll be with you very shortly. I'll show you something special that I've got my hands on finally. But this is going in the museum, no, not the van. And then maybe a little bit grey. I'll have to get a fresh one.
You're right though, if you feel myself after World War II, so we can start getting it back. Everyone's just what's his name? Yeah, I know everyone. Like, but yeah.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. You all right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Have you got any Thai food? It's a blue navy typhoon shirts.
Is that another? Sorry, one sec. Is that another starter? Sounds like I haven't. One sec. Sounds like a startup, doesn't it? How you doing? All right. Let me. I've got the typhoon shorts on.
That's your shirt, man.
Oh yeah.
You have other.
What about Freddie Mercury? That's good.
Oh nice.
That's your shirt.
Okay.
What about this?
Yeah.
That's the only way to get it. Don't worry. No worries. Go out the country, go back up.
How you doing, man? All right, you? Yes. You're right.
Oh, was that a while ago?
No, didn't you go?
Oh, was it? Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, South End.
Sorry.
There can't be two of them.
Sorry, Chris. Yeah. Right.
You were right about that.
Oh, right. Did it just skim? Does sound like more F-35s. So it sounds like we've got more F-35s, can hear more startups. Whew. So with airshow season literally starting, I thought I'd give you an airshow season history related to the 48th as well, which will be quite cool to show you. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of history. So as we know from yesterday, the 48th Fighter Group finished the Second World War in style, really helping out 2,000 sorties of the Normandy campaign, of the 14,000 that were taking place. They battled through and assisted the 9th Air Force with their P-47s. They did have aerial victories as well. 3 to the 492nd, 8.5 to the 493rd, and 8 to the 494th. And that was all done with their P-47 Thunderbolts. They spent a lot of time out in France, and when they became inactive, when they went back to America on the 7th of November 1945, the 48th Fighter Group with their 3 squadrons, they did have 4 in the beginning, but they became inactive in 1944. When they became inactive at the end of the war on the 7th of November, that was the end for a while, until 7 years later. The 48th were given wing status and were named the 48th Fighter Bomb Wing. the 3 squadrons that were with them throughout the Second World War actually reactivated as well. So the 492nd, 493rd and the 494th were active in 1952, and they found themselves in France. That was where they were established once they became activated again in 1952. They went to Chaumont Air Force Base. They went to Chaumont Air Base in France. Okay, for those that know, that's there's a connection why they're called the Statue of Liberty Wing, because they were close to the workshop of Baffoldi, who built the Statue of Liberty Wing. For those that don't know, the 48th are the only wing with a name and a number. So they've got a number like most Air Forces wings do, but they've also got the name, and they're the only ones. Statue de la Liberté, that's why they called it. Not because they're, you know, a US Air Force station here in England. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with them being in France in 1952. So why am I telling you that? A year later, the 492nd were given the role to take over the reins of an aerobatics team. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history of a aerobatics team which you may not have heard. Everyone's heard of the Thunderbirds. It's actually the Thunderbirds, the T-Birds as they're also known. They are the ones that kind of took over. Not took over, actually, that's probably the wrong word, who actually put them out of business in some ways, but I'll let you be the judge of that. But the history is of the Sky Blazers, the aerobatic team, and they started in 1949, and they had 3 pilots at the time, and they belonged to the 22nd Fighter Squadron of the 36 Fighter Wing, and they were part of USAF. And they were based and operating out of Fürstenfeldbruck in Germany. And they tried to do formation flights in an F-80, which we mentioned yesterday, the Shooting Star. So let's have a little look. So they were using the F-80s. That's right, the F-80Bs. There they are. And it was this. And it was this aircraft that gave way to changing the P, because this started life as a P-80. And this gave way to changing the designation to F. Okay, so that's why we have F-15s, F-14s, F-4s, etc. It's because of this. But this was used to have formation flying. Now, this is quite amazing because they were carrying out maneuvers, and the Sky Blazers history started to begin. So it was 3 pilots. They were Major Harry K. Evans, he was the leader, and there was also twins, Lieutenant C.A. Bill and Charles C. Patillo as the right and left wing. And the idea to form the very existence of the Sky Blazers display team belongs to Major Evans. And it was in May of that year that USAF headquarters suggested and pretty much ordered the 36 Fighter Wing to form the aerobatics team with the F-80B, and had to operate on Europe and North Africa as well, the areas that USAF operate from. So the team was added a 4th slot pilot. It was Lieutenant Lawrence D. Damewood, and also they did have a spare, which is very wise to do so, pilot John Patrick O'Brien, which they called Obi. So the composition was now a 4 aircraft formation team, and that kind of stayed with them right up to their disbandment of 1962. The team first performed its demo on 4 planes in October of that year on British occupied German base at Gütersloh. On the 20th of January 1950, the 36th Fighter Wing became the 36th Fighter Bomb Wing, and in September the same year, the Sky Blazers, they transitioned from the F-80 to the Republic F-84E, which I have an F-84 Thunderjet. Here we go, and here it is, very similar to the F-80. Here we go, a few improvements as well, better engine, and they were using the F-84 Thunderjet. So they had to have a bit of a challenge, because of course you had the gun ports on this, so the ground crew and mechanics, they actually filled the gun ports in so that they can use it for demo purposes. So they filled the plane's nose and filled the gaps from that so that they could operate in a demo formation. So the Sky Blazers pilots used the following F-84E Thunderjet planes. they had they actually named them, and the planes, the FS-225 by Harry the Horse Evans, who was the leader, FS-229 Cuthbert Bill Patillo, right wing, FS-233 who was Charles Buck Patillo, left wing, and FS-234 Lawrence Dag Damewood. So I'm wondering which one's this one. We got FS-328. We'd have to find out a bit more history about that. So at the time, Sky Blazers, their performance lasted around 13 minutes. Red Arrows usually about 22 minutes or so. They were performing at 13 minutes. So until the summer of 1952, as we know, the 48th Fighter Bomb Wing were already at Chaumont, and this is where we connect now the 48th to the Sky Blazers team. All right, but until the summer of 52, the team had already accomplished 260 air demos in 12 different countries with more than 10 millions in audience, which is absolutely amazing. July 52, the 36th Fighter Wing basically moves to Bitburg Air Base in Germany. Then the responsibility of the team switched to the 86th Fighter Wing, which also flew the F-84, but it was the F-84E Thunderjet in Germany as well. And the Sky Blazers were then assigned to the 86th Fighter Bomb Wing, who also flew the F-84 until July 1953. The two brothers Buck and Bill Patillo, who flew as left and right in the team, travelled to Luke Air Base, Arizona, where they formed the aerobatic team to Air Training Command. This team later became the Thunderbirds. They kind of connect with each other. In August of 1952, the Sky Blazers pilots performed on loan. Someone's at your door. October 53, the team goes under the command of the 48th Fighter Wing, and it was allocated to the 492nd Fighter Bomb Squadron. So the Mad Hatters, as we know them here, they were the squadron allocated to the 4 aircraft to perform displays. So that's pretty amazing. So the 48th were at the Chaumont Air Base in 1952, and it was 53 for their turn to have a go, and that was quite amazing to have that. But I've got something very special to show you in just a second. So the team were eventually going to change to another aircraft in May 54. They transitioned to something absolutely remarkable. It was the Sabre in the white, red and blue markings. So the team's pilots were the 492nd Fighter Bomber Squadron were Captain William Dillard, who was the leader, the designer of the 1955 paint scheme, which was Lieutenant Jack Bennett, who was on the left, Captain William Gilmore on the right wing, and Lieutenant James Reynolds, which I have his aircraft, I believe, which is here. So I'm going to show you that right now. So here we go. Now, the F-86 Sabre was something, look at that, how amazing, look at that. I just love this very, very special Sky Blazers. You can just about see the Captain Jim Reynolds there. He again was the pilot and the designer as well. Absolutely brilliant, really, really amazing. Lieutenant Reynolds was a World War II veteran with 52 combat missions in Europe, and former professional football star from 1946 to 48. He was also the brother of the famous baseball legend, the New York Yankees' pitcher, Ali Reynolds. There we go. In 56, the Sky Blazers did move to the 36th Fighter Wing in Bitburg. So the Sky Blazers, as the operating by the 492nd, were operating just for about 3 years, which was amazing. And the thing that kind of put them out was the fact that the Thunderbirds, they had air-to-air refueling capability on their aircraft. In fact, they were transitioning to the F-100 Super Sabre. If I just take that off and just give you a bit more of a show, there is a beautiful aircraft, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful livery. And this is a 492nd Fighter Bomb Squadron. So bowlers out there, this one's for you. Look at that. And a big, big honour to the 48th Fighter Bomb Wing with this wonderful livery. It's probably the most amazing livery that you could have for the Sky Blazers. And the Thunderbirds literally took over because the fact that the aircraft on the Sky Blazers could not do air-to-air refuel. So the Sky Blazers created its famous manoeuvre in 1960. It was a slow gear down diamond pass that climbed about 45 degrees in full afterburner. So some of the F-86s were able to produce afterburner as well with their engine. Pretty cool. But of course things were to change, and in January 1962 the Sky Blazers officially disbanded as the Thunderbirds were taking over the role with their capability to air-to-air refuel. The reason why I say that is because the air-to-air refuel allowed the Thunderbirds to be able to perform at shows around the world, and that's what gave them that edge, shall we say. But what a beauty. I can't wait to see the F-86 this year at air shows, but this is just a beauty. I think that engine shut down.
Well, what happened yesterday, I had a can of Red Bull on the side. But one of the kids had, one of the others had a different can of Red Bull, and I drank a different Red Bull. The other one, like, should have been. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, Lenny, chicken. I said, your stomach here because like don't eat too much.
At least it's cooler today. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? How you doing, man? All right? You okay? Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Right, hope we're all good. Right. Ooh. It's nice and cool today. So we had 10 F-35s all depart quick climbs, and it's all good. Thank you very much. There's Ted there now, just looking around to see what's going on. Chris Baxter, thank you very much for the super. Guards march to you. Oi oi, there he is. Hank for Huel Phantom Fanatic. Thanks very much. High five and a guards march. Thank you so much for that. Josh Bryce, 22 months membership. Oi oi to you. And Julie Montgomery, thanks a lot for the super. Guards march. Alan Clark, thank you for the 21 months membership. Loving it. Oi oi. Doom, doom, doom. Brian Beelman, thank you so much for that.
When I was in hospital, he sits up to the plate, you know? Can't really ask for what's next time, you know?
Brian Billman, thank you so much. I've just seen your here come the 18. Thanks a lot, ladies, gents, teddy bears, and just a high five, a paw pump, a salute, and I tell you what, a fly past for Brian Billman for gifting 20. That's 20 Ted Coningsby memberships. Thank you so much for that. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for the support and a Guards March. Well, it's been an East Kirkby and a Lakenheath week this week with our triple show here at Lakenheath. And, well, a bit of change of plans. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It's just the way it's worked out. But, hey, who's going to complain about 3 Lakenheath streams back to back, eh? Who's going to complain about that? I'm sure you're not, but I hope you all enjoyed it so far. Still got them, of course, to come back, and when that'll be, we don't know. There's never a set time. They're all around the country doing their training. We don't disclose any of the departure details. Let them do their job, doing their thing. We're just here to enjoy takeoffs and landings and any extra circuits that go on with that as well, and all the other manoeuvres that they do, which is amazing. But we do follow them around the country, so hopefully we will be at low level soon, and we do Hull Beach Air Weapons Range where we see them out in the wild as well, so that's always good. And potentially at some air shows as well, with some of their displays and fly pasts, we may be able to catch them there as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get quite a lot of it, and weather as well, hopefully. But tell you what, it's nice and cool today, and we just, I think the rain skimmed at the trees along here, so that was lucky, very lucky. It's all good, but hopefully we're all good, and I hope you all have a good weekend as well. But don't worry, it makes it sound like we're finishing, but not yet. But I'll be on the chat room now, see if you've got any questions about the history, the station, or anything like that. In fact, what I'll do, then I'll go and change the mags quickly, in case they do quite a few circuits. No, we didn't miss the rain because it's here. I've jinxed it.
Yep.
I'm all good. Yeah, sure. And here comes the rain. I literally just said I've just jinxed it, really, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I think it's just going to be...
Nah, it'll be alright. And there was something here.
What have we got here? Oh my god. That's funny. It is literally a mini me and Ted. So can I put it together?
Yeah.
Oh, that is that's quite funny. That is. So, right, you never know. I mean, you never know what you're going to get every day, right? You come across situations in life, and one situation I've never been in is that if they were going to make a Lego version of me and Ted, here it is. Look at this, a Lego Nikos and Ted. Look at it. It's got the hair. Obviously the wind was pretty strong that day. Look at this, absolutely hilarious. Thanks a lot there, Paul. Hey look, Guards March. It's a Guards March there now. Brilliant, thank you very much.
Well, they want to put down to monthly. The green bins, that's one of the worst because if you're doing the garden and stuff, it's actually steep. Yeah. The red and blue bins, the plastic, that's quite the two ones. They want to put that up to monthly as well.
You gotta love all this. You gotta love it. That was cool.
Yeah, it's the same. You've got the tick, yeah, the charge, you've got the tick. Yeah. So, yeah, loads of boxes. Yeah.
Right, give me 1 sec. Right, let's try and swap the mags over. You've got a whole box of them. That's hilarious.
Doing it off the road, you've then got about 4 lorries with big flashing arrows to move over. So you've got 10 people in the old days just using a tractor.
I'm seeing myself as Lego.
You saw a sign on the side of the road saying beware grass. And you had to look at the tractor and move over. Now they've got 3 or 4 lorries.
Yeah, I think for those no.
That's great, man. Thank you very much. Our windows have never been. When the old boy used to come with that, clean the window, and then they'd wipe all the sills and the flame down. Now they're just doing it with their bloody silly brushes, and we've got the marks on Decided now, no, we're going to go out.
We used to go out.
Wait, can I get a photo of me and him with Ted?
Yeah, well, now we're saying, no, we're
This is dots.
Did you enjoy the takeoffs? They're cool, weren't they? They're really impressive. Right, I'll be doing Ladies and Steady Bears, just thought I'll have a quick break while I can. How you doing? All right?
Yeah.
Good. Ooh. So thanks for that photo, Davey. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but no, I've only got 40. I've got 40 subs.
On my old YouTube
Yeah, I've
channel,
got 40 subs.
I've got 19.
Yeah, I've got
On my
40
old
subs.
YouTube channel,
I had like 100. Yeah, I've got 40 subs.
Paul, how you doing, man?
Ted
How you
Coningsby.
doing, buddy? All right?
I've got like.
What we got there?
Me?
Yeah.
We can still
got? No, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought, you know, his library's not big enough, you know what I mean?
Goodness me. I was just talking to...
That's for you too.
oh, bless. Thank you.
Alright, keep it going.
Thanks, man.
Having a drink.
Oh, cheers, Paul.
How you doing? Alright.
Aspen calling Aspen. Weren't we just talking about warbirds yesterday? Look at this, what I've got. Look at that. Look what I've got to read now. Look at this.
Yeah, say. Oh, thank you.
Cool.
Sick. Thank you. Yes, please.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Okay,
That'll be another read.
Are you able to do a quick photo, please?
Yeah, should be alright.
Thank you. It's typed in. You need to take a photo of your phone.
Yeah, do it on the side.
How you doing? All right.
Yeah. I used to watch you with that.
Right, where are we? Just here. Sorry, be careful.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
No worries.
You're welcome. Yeah.
They were nice and low yesterday.
Yeah, they were, weren't they? Yeah, really cool.
Which way they go today?
2-3 today.
Yeah,
He's in
2-3.
these.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the new ones.
Yeah, because the other one's on there with the bowlers.
Yeah, got these came yesterday.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I know. bank
Yeah, you know what
account's
to get
going.
now.
It's bad enough for you showing the key ring.
Oh.
Come on. I love the fact that it's like UK plate, so it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
white and
of
yellow.
course. Yeah, I did that, yeah.
How you keeping anyway, alright?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good, mate. Yeah, all good.
How's Claire?
Claire's fine, yeah, she's good.
Busy?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just plodding along. It's going to get busy now. With air show season
Yes.
starting, it's going to be
Yeah.
trying to see what I can get. Like everyone else, really. Just seeing what we can catch, innit?
Well, I had Miss Pickup over me all yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's all right now because I think she was having a
up
bit of
and around
servicing,
doing
right?
a load of.
It's all right then.
The only thing I'm not certain about is obviously Sally B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant. Yeah, Sally B was the one that's got a bit of an issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is it similar to last year with number 3?
Oh, that I don't know.
No, yeah.
I think, yeah, I think it's. I think it is
Yeah,
engine
yeah,
first.
yeah.
Is it the carburetors or something?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah, yeah.
Because they're having issues with that.
What was that? No, I don't know. I'm getting lost
No,
between
like so
PA
many different
474.
things,
I think
yeah.
that had the carburetor issue, but I can't remember if Sally B's got that as well. So,
It was nice to see the coats.
yeah.
Hopefully the weather's okay for Duxford next weekend.
Yeah, hopefully, mate.
I've had thunderspots, I don't want to call it, but I've had thunderspots coming down.
Yeah, it's been really unusual.
But it wasn't forecast for it.
Just appeared.
Yeah,
On the,
it did.
just appeared on the app.
It's just
It
like
come up on my watch as
Yeah.
thunderstorms detected or lightning strikes
Yeah.
in your area.
Yeah, that's always good. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Mm.
Yeah, we don't let our cats in anymore because we want to sleep on top of you. On the pedal. We always sleep in the middle. Stay there all day. But some of those are just always on the rail.
Some waiting also to get your hoodie. It's really nice, isn't it?
Mm.
I bet you're well chuffed with that.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really chuffed with that.
Like the markings on that Sabre you were showing.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah. You said it was 492nd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to say.
Take C145 out the ocean.
Yeah.
weighing after yesterday.
Yeah. Does sound like a startup.
Another startup?
Does sound like one, but we had one earlier and it just shut down, so not sure. Yeah, it could be just flexing.
I used to like doing that. I hate smoking the boat. Yeah. But I've worked it around the weather now. That's it. I don't it's all going away from it. Cross their nose. I don't mind doing it. I've got a gas light. It's nice to smoke. Yeah. No, I just can't. I hate it. Yeah, I was just saying, I've worked the last 2 or 3, I think. Do it so that smoke going away from it. You have to have lots of boost sessions, but it's a good job. Give it a lot. Yes, yeah. I don't know.
Well, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel, live in sunny Suffolk. And this is our final show of the week. Unless something extraordinary happens over where I am.
looking at it. So, I did feed too. Yeah, that's it, yeah. It cost me that. Especially because I bought that.
Yeah, because I don't know. You have anything going?
Yeah,
Morning, first
yeah,
thing.
10.
Yeah,
They're not back yet, so
They're still over the ocean. See the casing on F-35
yeah, I
on flight radar.
just saw that, yeah. Thank you.
They're due to come back.
Funny because I jet watched it out.
I got that.
The next day I said,
What, they 35s or 15s?
35.
35s.
Mm.
They ain't ill yet anyway, so I haven't got any out. Plus they were chasing me down. Should be a good ticket. It was empty. Normally I ticket when you're going forward. Jumped over the fence, and when he jumped over the second time, and he's going down, I've got his leg through the gap. There's a gap, so he's hanging. So I'm lifting him off, and he's scratching. I mean, I've had it seconds in the gap. Still in the blood. Yeah. It didn't hurt, so... Yeah, I bought a 4 fucker, I was going to take that bit wood off the set. But now, it's a good room next door, instead of going over, I've got to just go through it. Yeah. I think he's like that and he's angry again. That'll break his leg. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's a big style. No, I thought he'd stop him because of the price. You don't go for that.
So there are startups in the distance, but it could be just engine runs. What we call on the channel flexing. Runway 23 in use. 10 F-35 departures today, and hopefully we'll be seeing them very shortly.
Yeah, it's 2 hours, isn't it?
Thanks a lot there, Clyde. Phoebe, hope you're doing well. Who's in hospital today for a minor op. Hope she's okay, and all our regards, Phoebe, from all of us, the Ted Coningsby channel. Clyde, hope you're well, mate.
I got diverted. I think going home, it's alright. It looked like there was stuff going the other way.
I'll get Ted to do that, actually. Ted, come on, mate.
I'll have a look before I go. If there's going to be those, I'll just carry on 14 and go up to Cornwall.
So Phoebe's just having a minor operation today. Clyde, hope you're well, mate. Here's a bear hug to the both of you. Hope you're all well and hope everything goes well. Just enjoying it.
Yeah, I've got it on the end. I'm trying it on your crow so it comes up. Have it cleaned it?
No.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. I can feel it burning the air, but yeah, it has gone in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cookies up.
Oh yes. That's better.
Yeah, the t-shirt's great.
Thanks, man. So we are aware that the online store is down at the minute. There's just it is bin scene 2 right now, so hold tight on that. I'll put out maybe on socials that it's back up and running if it's not back up on the show. I do have our IT team working on it now.
I was just on it.
Yeah, that's all good. Then on your side. Help forward on that. A few years ago, I went to the old paint. She sat down on the bench on the sofa. She was watching. I was snoring around. Next thing I know, she's snoring around. I woke up. Really bad. Everyone must be laughing.
How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Have you shown off on the people?
Yeah. Ba-da-ba. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, buddy. Take care. Have a good weekend. Yeah. See ya.
Midlands Air Show.
Oh, are you? All right. Nice. What for this week?
Just Friday. Just Friday. Try to cram as many in now. That's really
Yeah.
cancelled. So it starts at about 3 o'clock.
Oh, does it? Okay, so it's like an afternoon one.
Yeah.
Oh,
less
right.
on a Friday, naturally, but for the Polish thing.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice one.
The weather clears up this afternoon.
Yeah, it should be alright next afternoon. Oh, well, have fun.
Thanks, mate.
Take
See you
care,
later.
man. See you, mate.
So, Yeah, it's got two ones. Like the old radio control ones for beginners. Yeah. There's 4 layer lines for
Well, it sounds like the engine that we heard in the background has shut down, so that is all for today, I would have thought. But never say never with here, that's the thing. And it's now a case of just waiting for them to arrive back. And, well, we'll see if they're going to come straight in, or if they're going to do any circuits today. Alright, man. Catch you in a bit. Catch you in a bit, man. Excellent, they're on the way. One flight is. So, one flight. Yeah, one flight is in the area. They're in the area, they're not coming back just yet. Run down. Cup of tea. How you do it with the time? No, because this keeps it warm. Ah, yes. Just, oh, it's all about Clooney, isn't it? With the coffee and the Nescafe Gold. Clooney. Yeah. No, he does, doesn't he? He does that coffee thing, doesn't he? So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Clooney comes along, innit? Does his thing, doesn't he, with that coffee? Was it Nescafe or something? Just turns up, it's like... You could do that with tea. Surely you can do that with tea. You can go on like... I'm sure you can, innit? Tea is the way. Tea's good for you, man. Tea is good. I mean, you know, in ancient traditions, they all drink tea. You know, and beer and wine. All that. There's a bit of a hand up there on that one. Not that we're promoting at this hour at 10:13, but it's going to be 10:13 in the PM somewhere in the world. But there we go. There we go. So we're just waiting on the F-35s. They're not. One flight is not far away, and the rest of them are probably somewhere. I can't say where, but of course they'll be back soon, and that's the thing. So we do get asked how long did they go up for. The thing is, it is literally depends on what type of training they're going to do, and they could even do one training, go on air to air refuel, and carry on. They can take as long as 3, 5, 6. They might even be landing somewhere. For example, this is just an example. They could be going to could be going to RAF Valley, or all the way up to RAF Lossiemouth, have a little park up, little refill, and then come back, have some tea, or pizzas. Pizzas are good here, apparently. Apparently the pizzas are really, really good. Actually, they are. I should know. I get them delivered from this man over here. Tea's good. Any tea drinkers out there? I do drink coffee as well. No offence, you know. Coffee's good. Tea's good. Are we all right? Oh. Look at those lorries making friends there. It was, wasn't it? Pizza's good. Yeah, pizza's very good for you, as proven by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, they had a diet. They were pizza diet. That is the new. Mind you, when I was doing some training, pizza was always good for training. It's good for you. Ooh. There you go, that's a tea sorted. Right, how are we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? How are we all doing? Welcome to the show. Oh dear, what's going on over there? Famous catwalk. So yeah, we are aware of the online store that's down. I've got the IT team trying to sort that out. It seems to be a constant issue, so they're trying to fix it
Anyway, this woman.
permanently. I don't know, eh? Computers, eh? Love them when they're working, hate them when they're not. There's the AWCU just doing the checks.
But I did. I haven't got the call box in that bag. Where's the call one out? Finally got the pieces. It's only the apple price, wasn't it? If I haven't got my friend, then I was like, well, I have to have one. Finally got them free, I'm chocolate too, so they're very nice cold. Certainly made easier than to anyway. I was just a bit shocked at first. Shit. Didn't have a good night. Sleeping boys.
You alright, man? Yeah, no, I'm alright, man. Thanks, man. Okay, a little bit of rain. Do you know, I was just looking at radar cross sections, my list, and just a little correction in today. I said that the F-35's radar cross section, when compared with the Wellington, was Bumblebee for the F-35. It's actually, sorry, a golf ball, 5 centimetres squared. Because I've just realised that would be quite a big Bumblebee. But mind you, 5 centimetres squared. That's about the size of a golf ball, isn't it? That's a big Bumblebee if it is. I'd be scared if I had one that big. So we've got some new viewers on. Many of are new to the show as well. Thank you for joining us. A good way of finding out which runway is in use are these papi lights. There they are. There's it's not the Spanish. Hey papi, how you doing? It's the PAPI, Precision Approach Path Indicators, and they will be switched on. There's 4 either side, 4 boxes either side. They will be switched on facing the runway in use, so there's another set at 05 facing the other way, so we wouldn't be able to see the lights. So obviously they are for the pilots, and they have a purpose. Now they appear red on the ground, but they actually change colour, and they only change colour by very, very simple reasons. Set at an angle with a lens that can make them turn back to red or white. Now I'm just going to dissect one, and don't worry, I'm not going to go across the runway and go and grab one. Here's one I made earlier. So this is looking, so the light's going that way, okay, so it's not facing us, so to speak, but this is a cross section of what a papi light looks like, okay? So there's the yellow box, and that's the red light that we can see. So there's a white spotlight inside there with a red lens here, and there's another lens here to make it refract and reflect, etc. And I'll explain how this is going to work. Now it is tilted to the glide slope. They actually tilt. Now a glide slope is an angle to I'm just trying to phrase it the right way. The glide slope is an angle for aircraft to approach safely. There are, so example, there could be a forest, there could be buildings in the way, and some are extremely steep, like London City Airport. Now 3 degrees may not sound a lot, because here the glide slope is 3 degrees. So it's an imaginary path called a glide path, and you have the glide slope itself. So they angle it to match the glide slope. So every airport has a glide slope, okay, and some are steeper than others. I think there's one out, I can't remember where it is. It's one of the steepest ones I've ever come across. I'm just trying to, I think London City is about 5.4. Again, it depends what's in the area when aircraft are going to come into land. Like I said, they could be in a mountainous region. I think one of the steepest I've ever come across is probably London City Airport at 5.5 degrees. And like I said, it may not sound a lot, but it is. There's also a 6.65 at Lugano Airport. I think that's the one which is located in Switzerland. But the most common one is a 3 degree glide slope. Now, just to put that into perspective, I know I've gone a little bit off there, but I'm going to show you our papi light here. All right, there's our papi lights. Just to put that into perspective of what that means, it allows for the pilot to be at the correct altitude. And I know there's an ILS glide slope, don't worry if you don't know where I'm going with this, but just to give you an idea, 1 nautical mile, the correct height would be around 318 feet. Actually, not around, that's exactly. So it's about 318 feet, or round it off to 300 feet per nautical mile. So that, from those tiny little papi boxes, those lights, 2 miles out, the aircraft should be 600 feet. 3 miles out, nautical miles out, they should be 900 feet. 4 nautical miles out, 1200. 5 nautical miles, 1500 feet. Does that make sense? So that's 3 degrees, and that's quite a lot, okay, when you think about it. But that is a smooth path, okay, so that's called the glide slope. Okay, now back to the Pappy Light, how that works and what it means. All right, so you've got that bit. So let's let me show you this then. Bit of education. Here we go. Right. Okay, I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do. So if you're on the ground, that means you're too low. That's why we're seeing red. Okay. If we were, let's go with 1 nautical mile out. Okay, say we're about a mile out, and we were about here. Say we were about 100 feet. All right, 1 mile out. These are going to go red. All right. When you're about say 290, the lights change, and this is the configuration. Okay, if you get 3 white and 1 red, okay, it means if you get 3 red and 1 white, it means you're slightly low. If you get all red, you're very low, which is why we're seeing them red now. So when you're slightly low, you're going to get 3 red and 1 white. When you're bang on 318 or 300 feet, you will see 2 white and 2 red. If you go higher, let's say, I don't know, 300 and 400 feet, you're going to see 3 white and 1 red. If you're, I don't know, if you're 1,000 feet, you're going to see them all white when you're 1 nautical mile out. Same with this, okay? So 4 reds means you're too low. Well, extremely low. 3 red, 1 white means you're slightly low. 2 white, 2 red means it's all good. 3 white, 1 red means you're slightly high, and all white means you're too high. Does that make sense? Okay, so and they change depending on how you look at them, and that goes with how high or how low you are. So it's quite clever. So they don't actually physically change. They actually change depending on how high or low, or where basically your altitude. So it's quite a helpful little tool. It's basically a landing aid, and that's why we always see them red, because if we were a pilot right now, we'd be in a bit of trouble being this low. If we were 1 mile out, I mean, it's all right this side, because we're probably, if this was real, then we'd probably be landing right now. But it just gives you an idea, and this is why just to the right, usually, is the glide slope antenna. So this is one of the 2 main components of the ILS. This is the glide slope antenna, which is why it's always in line with the Pappy lights, because that is a glide slope antenna. The ILS instrument landing system, we'll talk about that on another show, but again, that gives a 3-degree imaginary glide path, so it sends signals out so the pilot can stay on the glide slope. All right, so you're probably thinking, well, if you're going to use the ILS, why, what's the point in having one or the other? What's the point in the Pappy lights then? Because you have your Pappy lights, that's fine, and you have your ILS. If you're landing using that ILS glide slope antenna, the pilot may be looking at the gauge, okay, at the display, to see if they're still on course and correct altitude. The thing is, they are now keeping their eyes off the runway, so they're looking at the dial, they're looking at the runway, looking at the dial, looking at the runway. Whereas this way, once they've got themselves on the glide path, they can just look ahead and keep looking to make sure that it's 2 white and 2 red on the Pappy lights. So it's a very good visual landing aid which stops distraction of looking at the dials in the aircraft. So that's quite clever thing to have, really. It's quite simple in some ways, but of course it is effective. Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, it's called a PFD, a primary flight display. This is what the pilot is looking at. All right, this is an ILS. It's all to do with diamonds, trying to make sure that those diamonds are in the middle here. So that's your center line. So obviously the pilot has gone way too far to the left, so the pilot will make an adjustment. Again, with this one, the pilot is too high because the glide slope's down here, too high. All right, it's all about opposites on dials. I know this is a little bit confusing, but that's the ILS for you. So if the pilot is constantly looking at this, then looking at the runway, looking back at the display, looking at the runway, whereas the Pappy lights, once the pilot literally is, you know, pretty much nailed that approach using the ILS, they can just look ahead and assist to land. So really cool. So it's a bit like all pilots have a compass, an actual physical, good old classic compass, because if your GPS fails, then you can use a good old compass, because there is GPS jamming as well. The other part of the ILS, you've got the localizer. So this does your lateral, okay? This sends signals. So they're kind of frequencies that send signals to the aircraft to guide the pilot to make sure they are on the center line, a bit like the beam approach system from World War II, the Lorenz beam. So that does your lateral, the left and right, and this will do your, this will keep the pilots on the correct altitude, which of course is the glide slope. So you've got altitude using ILS, and then you've got the lateral. But we'll go into detail on another show with that. Cool. Not long. Approach. Yeah. No, just told to contact approach. Any minute. Not yet. any minute, I guess. Yeah, they'll be coming from here, I think. If you hear Point Charlie, it's over there. If you ever hear Point Charlie, it's over the trees. Oh, PFO. High key, 10,000 feet, and we'll just drop it. So the pilots are going to do what's called a PFO, a precautionary flame out, a procedure where if you are in some ways fortunate and unfortunate in the event of a flame out. Now, a flame out is not a stall. In fact, stall is probably kind of a misconceptive word, stall, because we always sort of connect it and connect it with our vehicle, our car, shall we say, when it stalls. You can get a wing stall, which basically means hasn't got enough lift. Okay, so a flame out, the engine's still spinning round, it's still going, but there's no flames, it's not combusting basically. Now, you could think you could just, you know, inject more fuel into it, but you're just going to flood it. It's not burning, a bit like a boiler. It's not, you know, it's working, but there's no pilot light for it to start doing its combustion. Don't know really much about boilers, but it's the best way I could think of it. So the compressors, all that stage, are all spinning around, just not combusting. So the way to do it is to take, and this is, you've got to have some luck on your side, because at the end of the day, if you've got one engine, gravity is your enemy. And if you've got one engine and you've had a flame out, the procedure is not to try and land it, is to try and do a PFO, a precautionary flame out. And the way you do that, you go high key, 10,000 feet, okay? And the idea is to try and sort of bump start your aircraft by feeding as much air as possible. And the way you're going to do that, 10,000 feet, and you're just going to drop it. And there is a specialized area in the pattern. There is a specialized zone for aircraft to carry out a PFO, so they can't just do it anywhere they want to, which is why they always do the same routine, okay, the same circuit. So they'll come down, if this is for 2-3, we'll come down and go along and then try to restart it. The way the pilot are going to simulate this is to put the aircraft into idle, drop it, come down on a low approach, and then that's why you hear the engines just go bang. Oh yeah, there they are. So 10,000 feet. I'll wait till they go over my head first. So here we go. So a precautionary flame out. They do them quite a lot, and it's not just for fighter jets. I've seen chipmunks do it as well. Right, try not to get blinded. Here we go. Can you see it? So high key is anywhere between sort of 7,000 and 10,000 feet. You get quite a lot of vapes on the stabilizers as well. So you get like 4 contrails going on. So again, in idle. it's not compulsory after successfully restarting your engine to pull vertical, but you know. We call them trouble, always sneaking up on the poor transit vans and minibuses. Tickle me salmon bones, that was amazing. Sound was great, wasn't it? just something else, wouldn't it? But apparently, according to some people, I fake it. Yeah. Well, I've lost count of what's landed, but there's still a few out there. Braking, look at that, quite common with fighters to initiate aero braking, which what looks like a wheelie is actually done for good reason, to relieve the stress of the braking, the main landing gear braking system. And that basically creates a lot of drag, the aero braking, turning the undercarriage into, in a moving vehicle you're going along and you stick, you know, we all do it on a sunny day, we stick our hand out, you know, we go like that and you can feel the force, and that's the drag, and it just slows. So the undercarriage turns into a massive parachute. When we were younger, when we were youngsters, if you remember, when we used to get our coats and open them out on a windy day, try and turn it into a parachute, a bit like that. But that also is the same sensation as lift as well, with angle of attack. So when you're going in a moving vehicle, if you angle your hand like this, you can feel the lift, the force being pushed up. You turn it down, it pushes it down. So the elevators work in kind of like the same way, or at least lift works in the kind of same way as that. A great explanation to understand the way lift and drag works. There we go, that was good, wasn't it? I think that was the 10 back. Joshua had it. Yes, of course I added that sound. AI, we're all fake here, no one's real. I can still get it. I'm live, man. You know, living the dream doesn't, you know, keep the road safe and secure. It's all imagination. We're all not real. Players not real. This van, I don't know. Ted's real though. No one said about Ted. No. The way he's moving like that, you know.
The pilots just went, good God.
Yeah, they sometimes play Top Gun on there and stuff. Right, I think that was 10.
Give it.
Okay, and just to confirm, I believe the online store is back in action. I've just seen an order come through. Thanks a lot, Perry. And I did manage to remember to get you the radar cross-section list for you, from what I could find. Here you go, there's the, that is supposed to say Hawkeye, I do apologise. So I'll just go through that. Thanks, Perry, who's tested out our own online store, and I've got a couple more here as well. There's 2 more for you. There you go.
I didn't realise he's only about 5 years old. No, it's right. Did you make music? Yeah. So I was seeing something like that. Do you know?
No, it's a spot.
Eh?
Another one.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, how you doing?
All right, you?
Yeah, good, thank you, all good. And there's Tally. Tally's back as usual. There she is. Where is she? Hi, mate. Oh, she's gone. Right, that's all that. Right, well, Ted and I are finishing up now. That is it for the day. At least we got lots of approaches as well. And here we go. Okay, laser tack, a guards march. Thank you very much. High five. Thank you for the super chat. Guards march to you. Paul Briggles as well. High five. Guards march. Thanks a lot for the super. And Paul Briggles, thanks a lot for your 17-month membership. So glad you like the Lego minifigure. Yeah, it was really cool. Thank you very much. Philip Knoll as well with 35 months membership. Dieter, thanks as well. Thanks for another amazing week. Thanks a lot for the super. K Duff, thanks a lot for 33 months membership. Oi oi, hi TCS. Margot, thanks a lot for the super as well. A guards march to you. Bobby, high five and a guards march. Thanks for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Thank you so much. Also Gary Lockton, high five. Thanks a lot for the super. Oi oi, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Justin Edwards, thanks a lot as well for 31 months membership and also part of our Fighter Squadron as well. Thank you as always. Love QCF, thanks a lot. Guards March. Chris Baxter, thanks a lot for the super. Guards March. Hank Verkuel, Phantom Fanatic, high five. Guards March. Thanks a lot for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Josh Bryce, thanks again for 22 months of service. Thank you very much as well. Right, that is it, Ted. Let's finish up for the weekend. And yeah, unfortunately, the website is having a lot of issues at the moment, so we're going to get that hopefully sorted very, very soon. Quite frustrating because it is the busy time of year, but hey, I guess we've totally destroyed it with with all the new merch that we've had on it. Right, I hope you've all enjoyed it. I want you to all have the best weekend ever. So thank you very much for those going to air shows. Have the great time, and don't forget to keep hydrated as well, and make sure that you keep keep away from the sun with some sunscreen and that. So thank you very much. Right, ladies, gents, teddy bears, 48 Fighter Wing, thank you very much for your service, and Ted and I are going to thank you as well. Big shout out to all of you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll try and get that website back online so you can get you the latest and greatest merchandise as well. So Ted and I are done. That is it. We're going to be salmon wrapped up, or kebab wrapped. Yeah, he knows me well. So that's us done for the week. So my name's Nikos, I've been your cameraman, historian and commentator. This is Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby, and you've been watching the Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Lakenheath. So for the last time for today, it is see you soon. Wish you well. Take care, everyone. See ya. Hit the button, Ted. Hit the button. Ted, come on, mate. Ted, salmon. This guy's he's on. He's done. Right. Right. Gotta hit the button. Oh.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Hey, thank you. That was good. Lovely circuits. Oh yeah, ladies, sheds and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up, and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted.
Ladies, sheds and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Bryce Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 levels of membership to suit everyone. With your membership, you'll get access to members only videos, photos, posts, unlock special Ted Coningsby YouTube emojis and loyalty badges, as well as being able to access our exclusive members only Discord server. All membership levels reward you with discounts to our online store. Our top level Fighter Squadron was inspired by many of our fans who supported the channel massively. This is more of a personal experience with me and Ted, giving you exclusive live streams and content from behind the scenes photos, special info and updates, as well as a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch for joining. Whichever membership level suits you, we want to say a massive thank you for choosing to join the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Ah, yeah.